and we welcome you to Altamont, Kansas here at Labette County High School, the site of tonight's game between the home team, the Labette County Grizzlies, and your Chanute Blue Comets. I'm Brett Shields. I'll have all the action here for you tonight from the Subway of Chanute broadcast table. We're up here in the corner tonight. Not the greatest view if you're watching on the live stream, but we'll do our best tonight as it should be an action-packed night as the Chanute girls looking to bounce back after a tough loss Friday night against Fort Scott. And then on the guys' side of things, should be a very emotional game, as last time these two teams played, there was some technical fouls thrown around, a little bit of emotion, and this Labette County team has shown over their last two games that emotions running wild as well. As last Tuesday they had a wild one down in Independence. We'll get into more of that later in the guys' pregame, and then obviously they played their rival Parsons this past Saturday afternoon. So Labette coming off of a big win against their rival, but we'll see if their emotions aren't a little too high as both Chanute teams look to come down here and pull off an upset on the road here at Labette County High School. One of my favorite gymnasiums to come to, as historic Harrison Gymnasium, one of the oldest gymnasiums. It's got the wood ceiling, the two-tier seating, just a fun atmosphere here at Labette County. And that student section over there on the far corner, it is right on top of you. So should be a fun one. We're about 5 minutes out from opening tip, and looking at it, it should be, there's 6 games to go. We're 14 games in. Chanute obviously not where they want to be. You could probably say the same thing, guys or girls, but Chanute clearly just not where they want to be this season. Hoping to have a much better start of the season. But Chanute sitting in 6th place in the SEK League out of 7 teams. Chanute just 1-6 in league play. That one win coming against Coffeyville. Coffeyville's actually 0-6 in league. Labette County tied for first place in league play as they sit at 6-1. Fort Scott also 6-1. So that will be an interesting game the next time those two teams match up, as that could be a potential league championship game. Now, if you're like me, you know that in the long run, league championships anymore don't mean anything. However, with Chanute at that 4-10 record, to get out of the play-in game, they've got some work to do, as Tonganoxie's currently sitting in the 14th seed, who would be the last team not to be in the play-in round. They already have a 2-game lead over Chanute, so Chanute would have to be at least 2 games better than Tonganoxie and then win the tiebreaker. So a lot of work to be had by Chanute if they want to avoid that play-in round. However, if you do manage to be the 15 or 16, obviously you don't want to play in the play-in round, but you would get an opportunity to host a sub-state game. And if you win that game, your reward would be to travel to either the number 1 or number 2 seeds. Now on that end of it, that's still up in the air. Tied as the 1 seed right now, 1 and 2, is Wamego and Eudora. Now again, going back to if you're like me, you know those two towns are not very close. So we could have a lot of travel come sub-state time if things work out down the stretch and Chanute has to play one of those 1 or 2 seed teams. But those two teams both just have 1 loss. Both of them are 13-1. And looking at who they've played and who they've got left on the schedule, it's hard to see either one of those teams losing more than 1 game. And even if they were to lose 1, the only team with 2 losses would be Bishop Miege, who's up in the Kansas City area. The first 3-loss team would actually be Labette County or Fort Scott. However, I don't see either of those teams being able to make it up to the 1 or 2 seeds. So Chanute girls potentially facing a little bit of travel in sub-state, but they've prepared themselves as they went out to Colby this year. That was like a 5-6 hour drive, and played a tournament. So they know how to handle the travel aspect of things. We'll see how the final 6 games of the regular season go, as we've got 5 league games still to play. And then I believe the season finale on the road at Girard which again, that will be a tough one as well. So the Chanute team, whoever they play, come sub-state when we get into the end of February, beginning of March, will be extremely battle-tested. We're going to send it back to the studio for 1 minute. When we come back, we should be ready for the starting lineups. You're listening to Chanute Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, and the starters for both teams just now beginning to come out on the floor. As the first starter out for Chanute is number 4, Peyton Shields. And coming out for Labette County, that's number 10, Carson Stewart. Joining the starting lineup for Chanute will be number 11, Kelsey Haviland. And for Labette County, going to be number 20, Jasmine Perez. Coming out next for Chanute, going to be number 24, Tyra Bogle. Bogle started in every game so far this year, I believe. Joining the starting lineup for Labette County, going to be number 24, that's Shelby Wilson. Coming out for Chanute, going to be number 44, that's Kearney Fulmer. Starting for Labette County, going to be number 33, Anna Dean. And rounding out the starting lineup for Chanute tonight, going to be number 55, Jalen Smith. And that starting lineup with Smith and Fulmer both in it. They've gone to that here lately, and it's been fairly successful. We'll see what they can do tonight. And then rounding out the starting lineup for Labette County, number 42, Madison Brannon. So to recap, that's Carson Stewart, Jasmine Perez, Shelby Wilson, Anna Dean, and Madison Brannon for Labette County. For Chanute, Peyton Shields, Kelsey Haviland, Tyra Bogle, Kearney Fulmer, and Jalen Smith. Labette County coached by Christy Snyder, and Chanute coached by Dustin Fox. Could have said Friday night that it's really hard to find a better coaching matchup in the league than Coach Fox and Coach Steps there in Fort Scott. But here tonight, I think everybody would agree, head coach Christy Snyder, the best to do it here in the SEK. She's been here at Labette County for a long time, taking many teams to state. We've gone to state, I believe, 4 years in a row. It'll be Fulmer and Dean jumping center. Jump ball won by Dean. And Labette County will start with possession of the basketball. They go to Brannon inside to Dean. Dean backs down Smith and gets the layup to go just 10 seconds into this one. Shields going to bring it up the floor for Chanute. She'll give to Bogle, now back to Shields. Shields going to drive, left-hand dribble, tries to get it inside. It's stolen away by Dean. And now coming the other way is Stewart. Stewart to Wilson. They'll go back inside to Dean. Now they'll swing it around up top into the hands of Perez. Now to Wilson. Ball tipped away, but stays with Labette County. Now into the hands of Stewart. Stewart gets it inside to Dean. Now to Brannon. Thought about the long two. She'll get it out to Stewart. Stewart takes the long three, and Carson Stewart puts Labette County up 5-0 here a minute into this one. Shields going to bring it up the floor, gets it to Bogle. Half-court press put on by the Lady Grizzlies. That ball thrown away and into the hands of Brannon. Brannon gets it off to Stewart. Stewart will bring it up the floor for the Grizzlies. Ball tipped away by Peyton Shields. Good quick hands there by the young sophomore. Stewart to inbound. And she'll get it into Brannon. Back to Stewart. Stewart going around the top of that zone defense. She'll get it to Perez. Now inside to Dean. Dean puts up the two-point shot. And too easy for Labette County here early as the Grizzlies go up 7-0. You pass it ahead to Jalen Smith. She'll drive, spins on the inside, and can't get the layup to go. Rebound goes to Labette County. So not many shots here early for the Chanute Blue Comets as Perez drives inside, puts up the two-point shot. She gets it to go. Coach Fox wants a 30-second timeout as the Blue Comets trail 9-0. We'll take the 30 seconds with them. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, 9-0, Labette on top. Less than 2 minutes into this one. Chanute unable to get the offense going at all here early. Bogle trapped, throws it up high into the hands of Shields. Shields tries to get it inside to Fulmer and throws it over her head. That'll be a turnover. Possession back to Labette County. Coach Fox frustrated here on the near sideline. As Stewart has it now to Wilson. Gets it inside to Dean. She spins. Kicks it out to Brannon. Brannon takes the deep three. That one won't go. Offensive rebound run down by Wilson. Wilson with it being guarded by Haviland. Gets it to Brannon in the corner. She'll try another three. Can't get this one to go either. And they're going to say Chanute basketball. That sure looked like it was clearly knocked out of bounds by Kelsey Haviland. And they're going to reverse the call. It's the correct reversal here, but just an unfortunate break for Chanute. They inbound it to Wilson. Now inside to Brandon. Ball stripped away. And going to get a foul on the floor. This foul going to be on Brannon. That'll be the first foul of the game. Possession goes back to Chanute. And when we get a break here, I do want to make a quick note about the officials. I promise it's not a complaint. Getting inside is Shields. She kicks it out to Bogle. Inside to Haviland. Haviland's layup won't go. Goes off the glass, then off the back of the iron. Possession back to Labette County. And Peyton Shields a little too aggressive on defense. She'll pick up the foul. That'll be her first. The team's first as well. And we got a substitution real quick. Two of the three officials in tonight's game are from the same crew Chanute had Friday night. Personally, I loved that crew. They let them play. It got a little physical at times, but you know, they let them play. At many points of the game, you didn't know that the officials were out there. And as someone who loves to criticize officials, I'll admit it, I absolutely love games where half the time you forget the officiating crew's even out there. Got a tie-up. Possession arrow will favor Chanute. So still 9-0, Labette County on top. 4:40 to play in the first quarter. Shields going to bring it up the floor, being guarded by Perez. Tries the crossover dribble, now passes out of it to Smith. Gets the defender in the air, bounce pass down to Fulmer. That one nearly batted away, but we're going to get a foul. As too aggressive that time was Perez. Couple substitutions for Chanute as LaForge and Ashley Haviland checking in. Kelsey Haviland and Jalen Smith going to check out. Shields driving. She puts up the 2-point shot from the free throw line. Shot goes, and she's fouled. Peyton Shields going to go to the free throw line to try to make this a 3-point possession. Good job by Shields to finally get some points on the board here for Chanute. Free throw attempt by Shields, up and in. She's been nearly automatic the last couple of games from the free throw line. Labette County with the basketball now. It's Stewart into the corner to Dean. Gets the defender in the air, and they're going to say Dean travels with it. Got those feet going just a little too quickly. Possession back to Chanute, so they've cut the 9-point deficit down to 6 as we near the halfway point of the first quarter. And got some subs in there for Labette County. Bogle going to take it all the way to the bucket. Can't get the shot to fall. Offensive rebound, 3-point shot put up by Shields. Just a little bit long. And ball's going to go out of bounds. And possession going to stay with Chanute. Coach Fox loving the effort by his team on that offensive possession, even though hasn't come up with points yet. Bogle to inbound, gets it into the corner to Haviland. Haviland nearly traveled with it. She drives all the way to the bucket, and she'll get fouled. Shot won't fall, but she'll get a trip to the free throw line where she'll shoot 2. Foul's going to be charged to number 24. That's Shelby Wilson, her first. First free throw by Haviland is missed. She will get one more. Second free throw now for Haviland. Shots up and leaves that one a little short. Rebound by Labette County. Grizzlies going to bring the ball up the floor. Stewart with Dewey, who just checked in for that long, as the Labette defense has been smothering Chanute. Ball goes over to Haviland. She'll try another 3. Can't get it to go this time. And rebound fought for. Going to go into the hands of Dean, and then we've got a reach. That'll go against LaForge. That'll be the second team foul on Chanute. All kinds of subs. Brandon checking back in for Labette County, as well as Rex Winkle and Lynn checking in for the first time. Ball stolen away once again by Peyton Shields. That's 2 official steals, and she's nearly had a third. Shields gets it to Haviland in the corner. That's Ashley. Tries to find Kelsey Haviland, and it's stolen away. And Brandon going to go 2-on-3. Brandon going to slow down. Gets it up top to Rex Winkle. They'll swing it around into the hands of Dewey. 30 seconds on the clock. 33 seconds on the clock. Ball was swatted out of bounds by Shields. She's trying to get yet another steal. Dewey throws it in, goes to Rex Winkle. Now back to Dewey. We go inside to Lynn, out to Brandon. Thought about the 3. Brandon's a deadly shooter at times. Clock down to 20. Dewey driving. She's bumped. And Labette will inbound from the baseline. Tyra Bogle going to check back in as Peyton Shields will check out. Dewey will inbound. She finds Brandon here in the corner. Brandon driving, picks up her dribble, gets it to Dewey. Clock down to 12. We give it up top. That's Lynn. Lynn swings it around over to Rex Winkle. Now back to Lynn inside, spins, and an easy layup for Chanute. Clock down to 3 seconds. Bogle going to have to try a full court heave, and that one won't get close. After one, Labette County 16, Chanute 3. We'll send it back to the studio for 1 minute. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, second quarter about to be underway. Labette County holding on to a 16-3 lead, and they will also have possession of the basketball to start the second quarter. Wilson with it. They go inside to Brannon. Brannon leaves a shot short, gets her own rebound, and then she's fouled on the follow-up attempt. Madison Brannon going to go to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. I guess they're going to say foul on the floor before the shot, as the foul was charged to Bogle, her first. They go inside to Dean, now back out to Wilson. Fakes the 3, dribbles, and then proceeds to airball. And Dewey attempting to save it. They'll say she stepped on the baseline. Possession will go back to Chanute. Shields going to bring it up the floor now to Bogle. As Labette pressing. Back to Shields. Nearly traveled, and it's stolen away. That's Audrey Dewey taking that out of the hands of Peyton Shields. Well, Shields, one of the best at stealing the basketball, got a taste of her own medicine on that last possession. Dewey now picks up her dribble, gets rid of it, gives it over to Dean. Now to Wilson on the right wing. Wilson with it, looking for somewhere to go. Bounce pass into the corner. That's Brannon. Brannon now 0 for 3 from the three-point line. And Shields gets a hand on that pass. They go back up top to Lynn. Now back to Wilson. Wilson on the right wing looking for help. It's tipped and now stolen away. Good job by Fulmer to get a hand on that. Jalen Smith to come up with it. Shields driving baseline, and she clearly felt she was fouled, but no call. Chanute will keep possession of the basketball. Bogle to inbound, gets it inside to Fulmer, and her shot won't go. And Coach Fox frustrated at that shot attempt. Labette coming the other direction, still 16-3. 6:22 to play in the quarter as Brannon dribbles that one off her foot. Possession back to Chanute. Shields going to bring the ball up the floor once again. Much lighter press being put on by Labette County, although Wilson was still at the top of that. Now doubled is Shields. She gets it into the corner to Haviland. Haviland looking for help. Coach Fox screaming for a timeout. Probably best that he didn't get it, as Haviland was able to get out of it, get it to Smith, and then Jalen Smith fouled. That'll be the 5th team foul, as it is the first foul on Ridley Lynn. Nevaeh Jones checking in for Labette County, as does Ashante Smith. Bogle looking to inbound and throws it off the back of Nevaeh Jones. As good job having that internal clock. Nobody was open. Gets it inside to Fulmer. Fulmer spins, nothing there. Now kicks it out to Bogle. Now to Shields. Shields Left-hand dribble, gives it out to Smith. She nearly loses it. Brings it in and gets it off to Bogle. She'll hand off to Shields. Zone defense being run here by Labette County. We're looking for somebody to pop open. It's Haviland. She'll fire the three. Can't get that one to fall. And Peyton Shields attempts to save it, but just runs out of room. Possession going to go back to Labette County. Labette going to bring the ball up the floor now. There's Jones with it. Now into the corner to Smith. Now they'll swing it back around. And it's Stewart with it. Brannon skip pass over to Wilson. Good move. Puts up the floater from the baseline. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound fought for. Ends up into the hands of Kelsey Haviland. As Haviland gives off to Shields. Shields left-hand dribble. She'll drive all the way to the bucket. Scoop shot goes. Great move there by Peyton Shields as she cuts the lead down to 11. 16-5. Labette on top. All 5 coming from Peyton Shields. 2-point shot put up and missed. That was Smith with it. Rebound fought for. Went off the leg of Jones. And possession back to Chanute. Preston Keating checking in for the first time for Chanute as LaForge checks back in. Shields with it, hands off to LaForge, now up top to Bogle. They'll swing it around to Keating. Keating fires up the three, can't get it to fall. And rebound goes to Labette County. Preston Keating wasting no time getting a shot up as she entered the game. As we haven't seen much of it this year, but man, last year Preston Keating showed that ability to be a three-point shooter off the bench. Nevaeh Jones puts up the three. That one won't go. Rebound fought for and gathered in by Dean, and Anna Dean gets the 2-point shot to fall. 18-5. Labette goes on top. Shields going to bring it up the floor now, looking to run the offense. They'll swing it around now, back up top to Bogle. She hands to Shields. Now to Keating. Keating back to Bogle. Bogle going to fire the long three. And Tyra Bogle drains that one from the right wing. As now just a 10-point lead for Labette County, 18-8. Just under 3.5 to play in the first half. Dean with it. Gets off to Jones. Jones fires up another three. That one won't go. Nevaeh Jones now 0 for 2 in the last 2 possessions for Labette County. Bogle with it. Starts to drive. Now she'll hand off to Shields. Shields being guarded by Jones. He'll drive left hand. Has to get rid of it. Throws it off the back of Rexwinkle. And gets the ball back. Now driving is Shields. Left hand layup rolls off. Rebound fought for. Goes to Labette County. And that's a bad miss for Peyton Shields. She had a wide open lane, maybe a little too wide open. Jones not going to take the three this time. Ball stolen away by Fulmer into the hands of Shields. Shields looking to go 1-on-3. And she'll pull up, take the long two. Misses everything but the backboard. Possession back to Labette County. Jones had a look from three, but smartly decides not to attempt that shot. Ball thrown over the head of Rexwinkle. That one goes out of bounds. Possession back to Chanute. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And be a timeout for Chanute. Going to be a full timeout. We'll take the 60 seconds with them. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. 2:15 to play in the second quarter. Chanute with the basketball, trailing 18-8. Shields gives it off to Haviland, nearly lost out of bounds as that's Ashley Haviland. She drives baseline and shuffles the feet as she picks up her dribble. That'll be a turnover. Possession back to Labette County. And 18-8 here. Things are even uglier down in Coffeyville as the Bulldog girls leading Coffeyville, as Independence leading Coffeyville. Last I saw, 28-9. That one about the same distance in as we are late in the second quarter. So 2 SEK games so far that the one team leading by a lot. As Dewey gets the steal and takes it coast to coast and puts Labette County up 12, 20-8, minute 40 to play in the second quarter. Kelsey Haviland with it, gets it over to Shields. Shields on the right wing. Gets doubled, gives back to Haviland. 3-point shot left short. Rebound goes to Audrey Dewey for Labette County. 80 seconds to play in the first half. They get it inside to Lynn, and Lynn hacked. And she's fouled by Haviland. The biggest question is which one? And they'll say Kelsey Haviland, and that'll be just her first foul. The team's 5th. First free throw goes. She'll get one more. So Lynn now getting a second attempt from the free throw line. And that one rattles out. An offensive rebound by Brannon. Her layup goes. And Labette County goes up 23-8, 1:05 to play in the first half. Shields brings it up, left-hand dribble. And she gets doubled, dribbles out of it. Haviland in the corner. Her three-point shot, left short. Rebound goes to Wilson. Wilson throws it up top to Brannon. Great pass. Great pass by Shelby Wilson to Madison Brannon. And Brannon finishing for the two. Labette now up 25-8. 40 seconds to play until halftime. Shields with it, gives off to LaForge. Now to Keating. Keating going to fire up a three-point shot. That's well long. Chanute able to save it. That was Peyton Shields. She'll attempt a three from the corner and misses that one long. Preston Keating gets the offensive rebound. Gets it off to Smith. Smith spins on the inside, and layup won't go. Rebound now by Labette County. 15 seconds on the clock. Labette will get one final shot. Dewey with it. Brannon puts up the early three, and that one rattles in. Puts Labette up 30. And Peyton Shields going to attempt a half-court shot, but it won't be anywhere close. And at the half, Labette County leading 28-8. We'll send it back to the studio for 3 minutes. You're listening to the ball right here on Z95.3. back here at Labette County High School, where Labette County leading Chanute 28-8. And a strong finish there by the Grizzlies is what led to this 20-point deficit here at half, as Chanute had got it within 10 with about 2 minutes left. But again, Labette County just too much there in the final 2 minutes, and I say extending out to this big lead as looking down the scoring column for Chanute. It's nothing impressive to look at when you just have 8 points. Peyton Shields has 5 points. Tyra Bogle has 3, and that's the extent of it. And say it's not exactly what Chanute was looking to do here on the road, as they were hoping to come in and pull off the upset here and upset Labette County, but Chanute definitely going to have their hands full if they have any intentions on pulling off a huge second half and getting that upset. But never say never. This is a team that I've always said, Coach Fox, one of the best at making halftime adjustments. And we'll see if there's anything they can do here at halftime. But offense, defense, whatever it is, they've got to find something. As Coach Fox will be the first one to tell you, if you give up 28 points in a half or on pace to give up 56 points in a game, that's not good enough. And I think any coach in probably America would tell you that 8 points in the half isn't enough, as being on pace to score 16. Just an unacceptable outcome so far from the Chanute girls. As, again, they'll see what they can do at halftime, see what adjustments they can make, and see if they can come out in the second half and play better. But until then, we're actually going to send it back to the studio for 3 more minutes. And when we come back, we'll have our final halftime thoughts here in the Labette Health Halftime Show. But for now, we'll take a 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. as many things going wrong for Chanute in that first half, but most importantly, the shots just not falling as Chanute shot extremely poorly. Has just made 3 shots from the field, 2 shots inside the paint by Peyton Shields, the shortest player on the floor, and then 1 3-point shot put up by Bogle. That one she let go of. She was about 3 to 4 feet behind the line even, so again, just hasn't been a great shooting performance here tonight from Chanute, but that's why they play 2 halves. They've got 16 more minutes of basketball to play here, and we'll see what adjustments they've made as Chanute will start with possession of the basketball. It'll be Peyton Shields with the ball. She'll give off to Bogle. Takes a peek inside, nothing there. Now back to Shields. And now she'll go back to Bogle on the left wing. Bogle looking for something to open up. Now to Haviland, gets it inside to Smith. She spins, gives off to Fulmer, but we've got a foul on the floor before the shot. That'll be Jasmine Perez picking up her 3rd foul. They lob it up top to Fulmer. Fulmer's shot won't go. She's able to get the ball back, though. Gets it over to Bogle. She'll fire up another deep 3. That one rattles out as it was halfway down. Rebound fought for, and Jalen Smith eventually coming up with it, but she falls out of bounds. Possession goes back to Labette County. It'll be Wilson that brings it up. She gives it to Dean. As they swing it around into the corner, Brannon puts up the 3-point shot. That's missed. Offensive rebound. Shot put up by Stewart, but she's fouled, and Carson Stewart going to go to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2 as Kearney Fulmer just a hair too aggressive. Stewart, first free throw goes. Stewart will get 1 more. Second free throw up and in. She hits them both. 30-8, Labette County on top. Trying to break the press is Chanute as ball's knocked out of bounds off the hands of Shelby Wilson. Possession stays with Chanute. Bogle going to inbound, gets it into Shields. Shields going to set up the offense. No movement really. She tells Haviland to spread out. Now to Smith. She gives back to Bogle. Now Peyton Shields going to fire up the 3. Peyton Shields drills that one from the top of the key. Chanute now trailing 30-11, but Peyton Shields 8 of Chanute's 11 points here in this one. Dean with it. Gets it inside to Smith. Shots missed. Rebound batted around and finally goes into the hands of Chanute. Fulmer driving inside. Now out to Smith. Smith kicks into the corner to Haviland. Now into Fulmer. Back out to Smith. She'll take the long 2. High arcing shot. That won't fall. Rebound goes to Dean, and a push in the back by Kearney Fulmer. It'll be a foul, and Labette will inbound here from the near baseline. That foul on Fulmer will be just her first. Stewart thought about the 3. Shields there defending. Now they go inside to Dean. Dean spins, puts up the shot. She's fouled. And Anna Dean going to go to the free throw line where she will shoot 2. Jalen Smith picking up the foul, her first. Dean's free throw rattled back and forth and then went around in a circle around the rim and then somehow fell out. She'll get 1 more. Dean's second free throw missed. She missed both. And offensive rebound to Labette County. They kick it out to Wilson, and Shelby Wilson drains the 3. Puts Labette County up 22, 33-11. Shields with it. Gives it over to Bogle. The bounce passes up top to Shields, now to Smith. Smith going to look for something to open up. Tries to get it to Haviland. It bounced off, I believe, of two Labette County players' heads, and then eventually went out of bounds. Possession to stay with Chanute. Inbound goes high to Fulmer. And scoop shot, way too much on it, as she can't get the shot to go. They go inside to Dean down on the other end. And she tries to put up the shot. It won't go, but she's fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line one more time. Her last trip, 0 of 2. An opportunity to redeem herself as Jalen Smith picked up her second foul. First free throw by Dean goes. She'll get one more. Jalen Smith checks out. Madison LaForge checks in. Second free throw for Dean. That one goes. 35-11. Labette County on top. Shields to bring the ball to the floor. She gives off to Haviland. Haviland over to Bogle, now to Shields. Back to Bogle. She drives, kicks it out to Haviland. She'll fire up the deep three. Kelsey Haviland can't get that one to go. Rebound goes to Labette County. Labette County pushing quickly the other way. Brannon coast to coast. Layup won't go. They fight for the rebound, and we're going to have a tie-up. Possession arrow will favor the Grizzlies. So Haviland for Haviland. Substitution here. Wilson will inbound for the Grizzlies. Gets it into Rexwinkle. She fires up the three. And Addison Rexwinkle gets it to go. 38-11. Labette County all over Chanute. Shields with it. Dribbles into a corner and tries to pass out. Turns it over. It's Rexwinkle with it. She'll pull back. Gives off to Dean. Now she'll give to Wilson, who fires up a three. Leaves it well short. Labette County attempting to save that one, but it'll be out of bounds. Possession back to Chanute as we've got two substitutions here for Chanute. And going to have a 30-second timeout on the floor. Again, Chanute trailing 38-11. We'll take 30 seconds with them. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, Preston Keating and Kinley Chard checking in. Here with 4:15 to play. Chanute trailing by a lot. Shields with it. Gets off to LaForge. LaForge going to go back to Shields. Shields driving on the inside. Kicks it out to Chard. Chard driving. Puts up the two-point shot. That won't fall. And rebound goes to Labette County. And Brannon with it. Had it nearly stolen away by Shields. And now to Dean. Dean going to give it back to Rexwinkle. Labette County going to reset the offense. Try to go inside as it's stolen away by Madison LaForge. Good hands there by LaForge inside. Shields with it. Left-hand dribble. Drives inside. Kicks it out to LaForge. Now to Chard. Chard going to give off to Shields. Shields thought about the three-point shot, but didn't have a clean look. A long two for Shields as that one high off the glass. Won't go. Offensive rebound fought for and won. And Kearney Fulmer gets the putback to go. 38-13. As going the other way on a Dean. She puts up the shot. She's fouled. And Dean will go to the line. She'll shoot one with an attempt to finish off the three-point play. Free throws up and in. Makes it 41-13. As Tyra Bogle going to check back in. Chard will check out. So 3:08 to play here in the third quarter. Chanute trailing by 28. Bogle with it. Gives it over to LaForge. Now over to Shields cross court. Shields spins on the inside. Up and under shot. It won't go, but she's bumped. And Peyton Shields going to go to the free throw line to shoot two. Peyton Shields dribbling at the line. First free throw up and in. Peyton will get one more from the free throw line. Couple substitutions. Shields' second free throw leaves that one short, as Labette County comes down with the rebound. 41-14. Labette County on top. Jones with it. Swings it over to Perez. Perez kicks it out to Dewey. She thought about the three. Now drives and can't get the layup to go. Had a pretty decent look, but late help defense coming over by Jalen Smith altered that shot. Shields driving on the inside. Now kicks it out to LaForge. I think Bogle momentarily thought about the deep three, but it wasn't there. Smith with it on the inside. Pump fakes the shot. Misses and can't get the rebound as Dewey comes down with it. Labette will get another try. Ball thrown away and out of bounds. Possession will go to Chanute. So Shields to bring it up the floor for the Blue Comets. Screen set by Bogle. Now Shields will give it to her. Shields dribbling on that far side. Gets inside. Now kicks to kick it back out to Bogle. Bogle driving inside. Gives to Keating. Keating thought about the three. They'll get it to Bogle. She'll fire from the corner. And Tyra Bogle drills the three. Her second of the game. Gives her 6 on the night. Blue Comets trail 41-17. As Labette, most of their starters not in the game, I believe. Perez, the only starter on the floor for the Grizzlies. Dewey with it on the inside. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound by Peyton Shields. 70 seconds to play in the third quarter. Again, 41-17. Labette County on top. Shields going to pull up from long range. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound run down. As that's Ridley Lynn bringing it in. Labette now the other way with it. 50 seconds to play. Labette being very patient. Lynn up top. Gives over to Jones. Dewey with it now on the left wing. Gets it to Smith. Smith back to Dewey. Now to Perez in the corner. Perez fires from three. And Jasmine Perez hits the three in the corner. Puts Labette County up 44-17. Shields with it. Gives off to Bogle. Now to Keating in the corner. Keating goes back up top to Bogle. Bogle looking for help. And fakes a handoff to Shields. Now she will hand off. Shields drives, spins. Gets it inside to Smith. Smith spins on the inside. And the layup goes. Good move by Jalen Smith. Makes it 44-19. And not enough time for Labette County as no shot attempt put up. But after 3 quarters, Labette County 44, Chanute 19. We'll go back to the studio for 1 minute. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Fourth quarter action underway as the inbound goes to Peyton Shields. Chanute trailing by 25 here to start this fourth quarter. Bogle with it. She's guarded by Perez. She'll fake the handoff to Shields. She'll drive and puts up the floater. Won't go. Rebound by Fulmer. And Fulmer throws it off the top of the glass. Just way too much on that shot. Well, Labette County with the basketball now. Brannon in the corner as Labette's got its starters out on the floor. Well, most of their starters out on the floor. I think everybody but Stewart. As Jones in her place. They give it in to Wilson in the corner. Now they'll swing it up top to Dean. Now to Perez. Perez on the left wing being guarded by Kelsey Haviland, looking for something to open up. They go inside to Dean. Dean long two. Well long on that one. And Peyton Shields brings it in for the rebound. Shields bringing it the other way for the Blue Comets. Now she'll come to the near corner. Set up the offense. Hands off to Bogle. Bogle tries to drive. Gets cut off. She'll pick up her dribble. Now bounce pass to Smith on the inside. Smith spins. Puts up the layup. It won't go. And rebound brought in by Dean. Dean gets it out to Perez. She'll run the floor. And now hand it off to Dean. They'll reset. Jones with it. She dribbles inside. Now gives off to Dean. Dean layup won't go as that one hung on the rim. And Bogle's going to bring it down the other way. Gives off to Shields. Now back to Bogle. Bogle being guarded by Jones. And I'm going to say a little bit too physical that time by Jones. Jalen Smith going to check out. LaForge going to check back in. Inbound goes to Fulmer. Fulmer going to pass out of it. Gets it off to Haviland. Haviland loses her dribble, and it'll be Perez coming up with it. Perez and Shields both going at the bucket. Good job by Peyton Shields. Got a hand on that shot, I believe, but Labette still able to come up with the ball, and then a foul afterwards. Looks like it'll be LaForge, the guilty party. That'll be her second, and it sends Shelby Wilson to the free throw line. She's shooting two. First free throw goes. Preston Keating checking in. Tyra Bogle going to check out. Second free throw up for Wilson. That one goes as well. So 46-19. Labette County on top. Shields driving inside, now kicks out to LaForge. Ball tipped up in the air, and that'll go out of bounds. Possession to stay with Chanute. Ashley Haviland checks back in. Kelsey Haviland checks out. Peyton Shields with it up top, being guarded by Perez. Going to drive inside, loses her dribble. Ends up into the hands of Shelby Wilson. Labette County bringing it down the floor now as Wilson cutting to the basket. Might have been going a little too fast as she had to throw that shot up last minute. Just a little too much on it. Ball saved as Perez goes into the stands. Benefits Labette County. Dean's layup goes. And Anna Dean puts Labette up 48-19. And going to get a timeout here by Chanute. It'll be a full minute timeout. Quick reminder, Commercial Bank focuses on bringing you products and services that simplify your day-to-day life, serving Southeast Kansas since 1874. Stop by the Chanute branch at 1315 South Santa Fe in Chanute. 48-19, Chanute trailing by 29. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Just under 5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Chanute trailing 48-19. Keating to inbound. She'll get it into Peyton Shields. Shields driven around the top of the key. Gets it into Smith. Smith going to hand off to LaForge. Now to Haviland in the corner. She'll fire up the three. That one won't go. And rebound goes to Labette County. Perez bringing it down the floor. They'll give it to Dean in the corner. Now back to Wilson. Dean puts up the long two. That won't go. Rebound goes to Chanute. And ball fought for, and going to be a turnover by Chanute as they get it into Brannon. Brannon fires up the two-point shot. That won't go. And Chanute comes away with the rebound. So Shields with it, gets it inside to Keating. Picks up her dribble, now to Smith. Smith going to drive baseline, spins, now kicks it out to LaForge. Now up top to Haviland, over to Keating. Keating going to fire the three. And air ball on that one. They're going to get a foul on Jalen Smith under the basket. Just to confirm, yep, that is Jalen Smith. That'll be her third. As Peyton Shields going to check out. Bogle checking back in. So Dean at the free throw line, 1-1. Puts Labette County up 49-19. So by my calculation, the next time the clock starts, it will not stop unless there is a timeout on the floor. As 30-point lead will ignite the running clock. Second free throw missed. And the clock is running. It stopped momentarily. So Labette inbounding under their own bucket. Inbound goes to Dewey. She'll fire up the three. That one rattles out. Rebound by Rexwinkle. And can't bring it in. Goes out of bounds. Possession going to go back to the Blue Comets. So Bogle to bring it up the floor. Hands off to LaForge. Now to Haviland. And Bogle firing up the deep three. That won't go. Rebound by LaForge. Bogle once again with the ball. Gives off to LaForge. LaForge going to drive. Loses her dribble. And looks like we're going to have a tie-up. Possession to favor Labette County. And going to have mass substitutions for Chanute. As it'll be Peyton Shields, Braylee Peter, Grace Unier, Kinley Chard, and Emma Atherton all checking into the game for Chanute. Labette with the ball. They go inside to Smith. And Ashante Smith misses the shot. Bring it up the court for Chanute. That's Peter. Gives off to Shields. Now back to Peter. Picks up her dribble now to Atherton. She goes back to Shields. Shields looking for some help. Drives inside. Now kicks it back out to Peter. Now up top to Chard. Now Peter on the left wing. Up top to Atherton. They'll get it into the hands of Peyton Shields, who drives. Scoop shot, and the layup goes for Peyton Shields. Now in double figures. Peyton Shields with 11 of the 21 for Chanute. 1:45 to play. As it's Dewey with it for Labette County. They get it into the corner to Rexwinkle. And going to have a turnover. Possession back to Chanute. So clock running down to 90 seconds. Peyton Shields with the ball. Gives it over to Atherton. Atherton gets it to Chard. Chard being guarded by Smith. Picks up her dribble. Gets it inside to Shields. Shields floater too much. And rebound going to go to Labette County. Yes, it's Dewey with it. She dribbles around Unier. And ball goes inside, thrown away, as that's Peter who takes over possession for Chanute. Peter being guarded. And before giving it away, we've got a timeout on the floor. Coach Fox wants a full minute. We'll take the 60 seconds with him. 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, 49-21, just 47 seconds to play in this one. But got to appreciate the coaching job here with our Coach Fox, getting some of the younger girls in there and using his timeout, saying, hey, we're using this time. It's valuable time. We're going to take it for real, and we're going to try to put some points up on the board here late. Shields with it. Gets it off to Unier. And then she'll go back to Shields on the left wing. Clock down to 35 as they get it to Peter in the corner. Peter picks up her dribble, looking for help. And bounce pass goes to Unier. Now back to Peter. Peter going to go up top to Peyton Shields. Shields crossover dribble, goes inside, kicks it out to Chard. Chard going to fire up the three. That one won't go. And Labette quickly going the other way. 10 seconds now. It's Dewey with it. And Dewey just going to dribble up to the top of the key and let the clock run out. Final score here in this one, Labette County 49, Chanute 21. We'll send it back to the studio for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll have your final game stats and post-game analysis. You're listening to Chanute Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. back here at Labette County High School. Final score in the girls' game, 49-21. Labette County knocking off Chanute here. And what was a rough night for the Chanute Blue Comet girls as they came in with an upset on their mind, and instead they will be going home upset as they fall to Labette County. Again, 49-21. Chanute falling to 1-7 in league play and falling to 4-11 overall, and making it even that much tougher to avoid that play-in round, as Sub-State just 5 games away now, as that will be, I believe, the last, if Sub-State starts the last weekend of February or right there as we get into March. But it'll be here before you know it, I can guarantee you that. Just 5 more games to play before we begin Sub-State postseason play. Leading scorer here tonight in this one for Chanute was Peyton Shields. She finished with 11. She was the only Blue Comet to finish in double figures. Tyra Bogle finishing with 6 points tonight. Kearney Fulmer and Jalen Smith finishing with 2 points apiece. So again, final score 49-21. Labette County knocking off the Chanute Blue Comet girls. We're actually going to take an extended timeout here, send it back to the studio. We're probably going to play music for about 10 minutes, and when we finally do come back here to Altamont, we'll be ready to get into your guys' pregame. But for now, we'll send it back to Mark in the studio, and he'll play some music for you. You've been listening to Chanute Blue Comet girls basketball right here on Z95.3. How much time? Okay. Oh. How much is longer? Let's do that. All right, cool. Thank you. And we welcome you back to Altamont, Kansas, where we're about 5 minutes out from starting the guys' game here tonight, and what should be another exciting game as these two teams went at it before Christmas break. And a game that was very exciting, to say the least, as there was a lot of emotions in that one, and it led to some technical fouls and a little bit of chirping, a little bit of players and coaches showing their emotions, and eventually led to a Labette County victory on what was a Chanute team that had entered the rankings and actually climbed up, I believe, into the top 5 at that point. But Labette County came into Chanute, knocked off the Blue Comets, and since then, Chanute's season has kind of been up and down. The same could be said for Labette County, and this is a Labette team that appears tonight will be without their head coach, as he is not in the building and won't be on the sideline. So if we get an explanation, we will let you know on that. But as far as we know, Bradley Argerbright, head coach Labette County, not in the building. So they'll lean on their assistant coaches, shorthanded on the sideline at least. And for Labette County, just looking at the guys out there on the floor, a little bit of a different starting lineup than we had in Chanute. But we'll get to that as we get closer to game time. Looking at the standings, Chanute 3-4 in league play, Labette County 4-3. So this game could go a long ways for league purposes, but as we mentioned in pregame of the girls' game, league play in the end really doesn't mean a whole lot. What does matter is your overall record. And looking at the standings in the 4A East boys standings, Chanute currently sitting at the 9 seed with an overall record of 6-8. That's 9 out of 18. So right there, smack dab in the middle. But sitting at the 8 seed is Labette County, and Labette County at 7-7. So they're just one game above Chanute. And really looking at the overall standings, Chanute 6-8. The 12 seed, who's Coffeyville, is just 5-9, just one game back. And Topeka Hayden with just 10 losses, just 2 games back at the 15 seed, which would be in the play-in. So Chanute going to have to win some games to avoid falling in the standings. But the other way it goes, similar as Tonganoxie, just a 2-game lead. They're all the way up at the 4 seed, so who knows what could happen. Every game going to be extremely important here as we finish out the regular season. Again, 6 games to go. We'll be here in Altamont tonight against Labette County, and then we'll be on the road Friday night in Pittsburgh as well. And but again, here tonight, a big one, as this one could do a lot, as I know Independence and Coffeyville sitting at the 10 and 12 seeds, respectively. Independence and Chanute, identical records. Those two going at it tonight, and so if Independence wins, that'll put even more pressure on Chanute to get a win here to stay above Independence in the overall standings, but with a win could also move ahead of Labette County. And remember, the top 8 will get a home game, and then seeds 9 through 14, a guaranteed road game. 15 through 18 will do the little play-in tournament. But want to get one of those top 8 seeds. Chanute currently in the 9 spot, got their work cut out. But they're at full strength tonight. Chanute is. They'll have their regular starters in the lineup. It does look like we will have the national anthem here before the guys' game. And so we'll send it back to the studio for 3 minutes in honor of the national anthem. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School as we are getting ready to tip this one off as starting lineups are out. For Labette County, going to be number 3, Xavier Phillips, number 5, Eli Heston, number 10, Chase Carnahan, number 12, Alex Meister, and number 15, Hudson Baker. For Chanute, the same 5 we've seen most of the season, not all, but most. Going to be number 2, Sean Williams, number 3, Eric Erb, number 4, Larson Custer, number 5, Caden Seamster, and of course number 13, Cam Custer. It should be an exciting matchup here tonight in Altamont. Again, these two teams went at it before Christmas break in the last game of the year, I believe, for both teams. But here tonight, all the way into February, and Labette County coming off of Sons. See if they are calmed down from those two as Chanute here in town, ready to take on the Grizzlies. So it'll be Baker and Seamster. The jump center stage is set. Ball in the air. Seamster didn't even jump. Baker got about 6 inches on him. So Seamster just said, you know what, I'm going to let you have this one. So Labette County will start with the basketball. They get into Carnahan. Looked like the whistle might have been a little quick, but nonetheless, it'll be out of bounds off of Labette County. Possession goes back to Chanute. Williams brings it up the floor, gives off to Seamster in the corner. Seamster looking for help. Puts the ball on the floor, now gives off to Erb. Erb over to Williams. Gets it inside to Cam. Batted away back to Williams. High pass over to Erb. He's able to bring it in. And skip pass goes to Seamster on the right wing, guarded by Baker. Let's see if they can get Baker spread out as he's guarding Seamster man on man. Larson Custer with it, gets it out to Williams. Williams drives, puts up the floater. That won't go. Rebound by Williams. He's bumped. And foul going to be charged to Hudson Baker. The first foul for either team. It's on Baker of Labette County. Chanute inbound goes to Seamster. Seamster dribbles inside. Nice move. And ball swatted out of bounds by Baker. It's a good move by Seamster, but Baker just too big on the inside. Possession to stay with Chanute. Williams inbounds, gets it to Cam Custer, now to Erb. Gives out to Seamster on the wing, thought about the three, pulls it back. Now to Larson Custer. Lars up top, dribbles around, now gives off to Seamster. Seamster drives inside once again, hesitates, and gets the shot to go. Caden Seamster puts Chanute up 2-0 here early in this one. Heston with it, gives off to Carnahan. Now he'll go back to Heston, inside to Baker, now into the corner. Now they'll go back to Baker inside. They'll swing it around. It's Meister. He'll put up the three. That one's missed. And rebound going to be chased down as it goes off the hands of Eli Heston. Heston and Erb bumped. No call. I don't think you want to let these two teams get too physical. So Chanute up 2-0, 6:17 to play. Ball in the hands of Seamster. He gets to Cam. Cam looking fresh with the new haircut and kicks it out to Caden Seamster. Thought about the three, now to Lars. Lars being guarded by Meister. Now back to Seamster, who drives inside, hesitates, moving around, kicks out to Erb. Yeah, he gets inside with Baker, and it's a little too much height there for Seamster. Good screen there. And Lars going to get the ball back. Larson Custer drills the three from the left corner, puts Chanute up 5-0. Good shot there by Lars. Labette County back with the basketball. Into the hands of Heston. Heston going to try the deep three. And Eli Heston, from an area where only Tristan Gegg used to shoot from in this gymnasium, Eli Heston making those shots as well. 5-3, Chanute on top. Williams with it, gives to Seamster. Now over to Erb. Erb driving inside. Going to need some help as he picks up his dribble. And it was batted out of his hands. Erb going to pull up and gets a 2-point shot to fall from about 8 feet. And Eric Erb extending the Chanute lead back out 7-3. Carnahan up to Meister. They'll swing it around into the hands of Heston. Got to keep a hand in his face. Outside to Phillips. They go into Baker. And contact. And foul on the floor. As the foul was charged to Sean Williams, his first. Inbound goes to Meister. Now up top to Phillips. So swinging around into the hands of Meister. Meister puts up the three. That won't go. Rebound goes to Lars Custer. Lars going to bring the ball up the floor for Chanute. He'll drive baseline, gets cut off, kicks back out to Cam. Cam now to Eric Erb. Erb gives it over to Seamster. Chanute looks to reset the offense. Williams with it. Goes inside to Cam. They're going to get a foul. They'll get a reach. And that'll be on Carnahan, his first. Checking into the game, number 4. That's Latravion Vinson. Vinson started that game back in Chanute before Christmas break, but Xavier Phillips has taken over that 5th starting spot. As looks like Latravion Vinson had a pink undershirt as they were doing a breast cancer awareness pink out night here. He had a pink undershirt on, long sleeve, and the official said, nope, not going to fly. It needs to either be your team's primary color or the color of your jersey, which is white. And so he had to check out, take the undershirt off, and he's back at the table ready to come in. Meanwhile, Seamster hit the 2. And it puts Chanute up 9-3. Chanute quickly going the other way into the hands of Erb. Erb has to pull back out. Now gets it to Seamster. Seamster leading the way with 4 points here for Chanute. Gives to Lars Custer. Lars being guarded by Meister. Now to Williams. Williams driving baseline, gets cut off. Throws it into the corner now out to Lars. Lars pump fakes the 3 and fakes the pass inside. And they're going to say a travel on Larson Custer. And Coach Crabtree doesn't like the call. 99% of the time, I'm with Coach, but I kind of agreed with the travel call there. It looked like Lars took one too many steps. Vinson with it in the corner. He'll give off to Heston. Good job by Custer, extending the defense out there on Eli Heston. They know Heston will shoot from anywhere. Again, 9-3, 3:10 to play in this one. Heston picks up his dribble looking for help. Gives off to Vinson. Ball poked away. And they're going to get Lars Custer with the foul. That'll be his first, the team's second. So 2 team fouls for each team as we go under the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Again, Chanute leading 9-3. Labette County trailed Parsons on Saturday big, even after 3 quarters, and then managed to get it within 4 late in the fourth quarter as they had a huge push, but then just ran out of time and energy late in that one. But never can count this Labette County team out. Again, 9-3, 2:40 to play now. Heston with the basketball, being guarded by Custer. Gives off to Meister. Meister now steps back. And he'll give to Vinson. Vinson going to dribble backwards, trying to reset this offense. And he'll go to Carnahan now. And nobody willing to take a shot as Labette County hasn't gotten inside the 3-point arc this possession. Vinson temporarily just puts his feet inside the 3-point arc. And nearly a foul there by Erb. Good job to avoid the contact. And a three-point shot put up, but they're going to say that Meister foot on the baseline first. That'll be a turnover, and possession back to Chanute with 2:11 to play as John Redford checks in for Labette County. So Cam Custer going to bring it up the floor. He'll be guarded by Redford. A screen by Seamster. As Cam will give off to Seamster. Seamster driving, not there. Kicks out to Erb, now to the corner to Williams. Williams going to drive baseline, hesitates, hangs in the air, and Sean Williams gets the shot to fall. Puts Chanute up 11-3, and we got a timeout on the fire from three. Eli Heston, all 6 so far for Labette County as he's hit 2 deep threes. Chanute going to have to find a way to shut him out and make somebody else for Labette County shoot the basketball. Seamster with it now on the right wing, now gives off to Williams. Williams going to give to Erb. Erb in the corner, likes that shot, but left that one well short. Rebound by Labette County. They're going the other way. Baker, too easy as Hudson Baker just sprinted down the floor. And it's all of a sudden a 3-point game, a game in which Chanute has essentially dominated, but now just a one-possession game. Under a minute to play now in the first quarter. Cam Custer with it, gives off to Lars. Seamster with it. Going to drive inside, gets cut off by Baker, picks up his dribble, now to Erb. Now to Seamster in the corner, back to Lars Custer, now to Cam. They'll swing it all the way into the corner to Sean Williams. He'll dribble through the lane, kicks it out to Seamster. Seamster fires from 3. That won't go. Erb there with the follow, hanging and puts it up to the bucket, gets the shot to go. Eric Erb with 4 in the game. Chanute goes back up 5, 13-8. And going to get a foul on the floor. That'll be on Eric Erb, just a little too aggressive. And so 19.7 to play in the first quarter. Labette County trailing by 5. They'll likely hold for the last shot. Heston with it, gives off to Meister. Meister going to get doubled, now gives it back to Vincent. Vincent up top to Heston. Heston with the ball with 7 seconds. Now to Vincent. Heston begging for the ball, kicks it over to Meister. Meister steps inside 3-point line, puts up the long 2. That won't go, and that's how we will end the first quarter. Chanute on top, 13-8. We'll send it back to the studio for 1 minute. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, and out of the first quarter, 13-8. Chanute on top. Mentioned briefly in pregame right before the tip of this one, Labette County High School head coach Bradley Argerbright not here tonight. Finding out it's due to a 1-game suspension as when they played Independence a week ago, there was an altercation on the floor, and Argerbright chose to go out on the floor and put hands on an Independence player. Nothing malicious or anything like that, but can't put your hands on an opposing team's player. So nonetheless, he was facing a 1-game suspension here in this one. Shot was missed by Larson Custer here to start the second quarter. And Labette County now with the basketball. Griffin Eaton, who's just checked in for Labette County. Ball stolen away. And going the other way now is Cam Custer. Larson was the one who got a hand on it. Larson now with it on the right wing. Now to Cam in the left corner. He'll fire from three and misses that one as it catches a little bit of the glass. Labette County coming the other direction with it. Carnahan with it now. As he's guarded by Larson Custer. Now they'll give it out top to Eaton. Ball stolen away. Good job by Cam Custer getting a hand on that to knock it down. Seamster looking to go all the way. Stops, puts up the shot, hangs on the rim, and it falls. Puts Chanute up 15-8. So Vincent going to bring it down the other way for Labette County. Kicks it out to Meister. Meister inside to Baker. Goes right through his hands, but into the hands of Eaton. Carnahan thought about the three. Now they'll give it over to Vincent. Vincent to Eaton, swinging around to Carnahan. Inside to Baker. Good job. Sean Williams able to save it, but put it right into the hands of Chase Carnahan. The possession continues. Meister going to drive baseline and gets the layup to go. And a long possession there for Labette County that eventually leads to 2 points. So Seamster with it now up top to Herb. Herb going to give it to Williams. Crossover dribble, tries to drive baseline, gets cut off, and has to kick it back up top to Herb. They'll swing it around. Seamster thought about the three. Baker's big paw in the way, however. Larson Custer with it now. He's guarded by Meister. Cam with it up top. Looks like he'll look to reset. As now he gives to Seamster. Seamster goes inside to Williams. There's lots of pressure there in the corner. Throws it up top to Lars. Now to the corner to Cam. Cam going to drive. Splits defenders. Lots of contact. No call. Griffin Eaton going the other way and somehow gets the shot to go. As that looked like a mistake. Has picked up his dribble too soon, but managed to get the shot to go. And got a foul up top. Eaton too aggressive on Sean Williams. So got a couple substitutions as Phillips and Heston going to check back in for Labette County. So Lars Custer will inbound on the far sideline. He gets it into his brother Cam. Now hands back to Lars. Lars over to Williams in the corner. Williams now to Seamster up top, who's being guarded by Phillips. Baker not on the floor, so a much smaller lineup for Labette County. We'll see how they handle it without Baker out on the floor. Herb with it. Tries to back down Vincent. Now kicks it out to Lars Custer. Lars, a wide open three, leaves it short. Rebound by Cam Custer. Now to Seamster. He'll fire from three. That one won't go. Rebound batted around by Labette County and then falls into the hands of Herb. Herb gives off to Lars Custer, who drives baseline. Shot put up. He's fouled. Shot won't go. But Larson Custer going to go to the free throw line where he will shoot two. First free throw for Lars, up and in. Lars will get one more. Second free throw good as well. Puts Chanute up 17-12. Chanute wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. It's a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. back here at Labette County High School. 17-12. Chanute on top. And Labette County has the basketball. Meister with it, gives off to Vincent. Now back to Meister. They get it to Phillips, now to Meister. Meister swinging around the top. He'll give it to Vincent at the top of the key. Puts the ball on the floor as Herb and Cam in a zone defense. Daring Vincent to do something with it. Gives it off to Heston. Thought about the three-point shot, but a little too deep that time. Heston now being guarded by Williams. They get it inside to Meister. His shot is missed. And ball going to be batted out of bounds off the hands of Chase Carnahan. Possession goes back to Chanute. So Herb with it, gives off to Seamster. Now to Custer on the right wing. I'll go to Seamster inside. He kicks it out to Parker Henson, who checked in for Chanute. He gives off to Cam. Now to Seamster in the corner. Seamster going to fire up the three. That one rattles out. Rebound chased down by Labette County. They get it inside to Heston. Not the most size by Heston as he has to kick it back out. I'll swing it around. Heston going to fire up another three. That one won't go as Eric Herb brings in the rebound. Williams with it. Being guarded by Heston, nearly loses his footing, but Heston able to drive inside. Lots of contact. They're just going to say Sean Williams lost the ball. Ball pass intercepted now by Eric Herb, and he gives it over to Caden Seamster. Now to Henson, now to Herb. Herb wide open. He'll take the three, leaves it a little short. Rebound goes to Labette County. Meister with it. Ball was nearly thrown away. Now a cross-court pass over to Vincent. He'll give it up top to Heston. He's at the volleyball line. And now to Meister. Back to Heston. Heston spins, driving baseline. Puts the ball on the floor. Needs some help. Now gives to Meister, who gives to Phillips. And Williams got airborne. Knew he was going to commit the foul, but Sean Williams doing a good job of hacking hard to make sure Phillips' shot didn't go in. So Phillips at the line, first free throw up, and that one rattles out as the foul on Williams was his second. He'll check out. Larson Custer going to check back in. So Phillips one more. Second free throw missed as well. Score sticks 17-12, under 2 to play until halftime. And ball on the floor. Seamster and Carnahan go to the ground. Remember, Carnahan, part of that incident that happened a week ago in Independence, as he just two-hand shoved a player. I don't know if words were said or what, but man, Carnahan just two-hand shove. But after the tie-up, Labette County will have the basketball. Heston with it, gives off to Carnahan. Up top to Meister. Meister looking for something, now finds Carnahan. Up top to Heston, inside to Baker. Ball off the inner thigh, it looked like, of Herb as he went flying through the lane and just made his body as big as possible trying to knock that ball down. Goes out of bounds off of Herb. Possession going to go or stay here with Labette County. Meister will inbound on the baseline. They get it in to Eaton, who just checked in. Eaton dribbling around defenders, now inside, puts up the floater, and that one won't go. Rebound goes to Cam Custer. Cam going to go the other way with it. Chanute still leading 17-12. 1 minute to play here in the first half. Cam driving coast to coast and can't get the shot to go as it just bounced hard off the back of the iron. It's a tough miss for Cam Custer, who's been the best offensive player for Chanute this season. Meister with it, gives into the corner to Phillips. Now back to Meister, who drives all the way under the basket. His shot won't go, but he's fouled. And Alex Meister going to go to the free throw line. He'll get 2. Foul charge number 31, Parker Henson. That's his first. It'll be the team's 5th. First free throw up and in. Second free throw, that one's missed. Rebound by Labette County's Hudson Baker. He puts up a shot, and they're going to call a foul on Chanute. They're going to say it was a push on the floor. Chanute wanted a jump ball, but nonetheless, we'll get to tie up. And going to get 2 fouls on Eric Erb now as Parker Manley going to check in. So inbound goes to Phillips. 25 seconds to play here. As Meister with it, puts up a 3-point shot, bricks that one, but able to bring in the offensive rebound is Labette County. 3-point shot put up, and that one's drained by Eli Heston. Clock down to 10 seconds. Chanute leading by 1. They kick it out to Cam. Cam fires up the 3. That won't go. Rebound by Labette County, and that's how we will go to half. And shot put up from half court. It was after the buzzer, but nearly went in. So at halftime, Chanute 17, Labette County 16. We're sending it back to the studio for 3 minutes. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z 95.3. back here at Labette County High School. Chanute leading 17-16 after the first half of play. And if you're watching on the live stream, we got the kids doing their cheer clinic out here in Altamont. So always good to see the kids getting involved here at the games. And it's been a fun one here, as it looked like Chanute was going to potentially dominate early as they got out to a 5-0 lead and then led 13-7 at one point. But then Labette come charging back and has got it within 1 point. Just a 1 point lead for Chanute, 17-16. Leading the way here for Chanute. Caden Seamster, he's got 6 on the night. Larson Custer adding in 5. Eric Erb with 4. Sean Williams with 2. On the Labette side of things, Eli Heston, he's got 9 of the 16 for Labette County. Scoreboard just went off here, so we'll see if that becomes an issue later on. But again, 9 points for Heston, 3 for Meister, 2 for Baker, and 2 for Eaton. But a big thing that I've noticed, Cam Custer held scoreless here, and that was a key for Labette County when these two teams played back in December. Chase Carnahan, the defense that he played against Cam Custer, essentially shutting him out of that game. Remember, Chanute was coming off of a big win on the road at Fort Scott where Cam Custer had that 42-point performance. And then 3 days later, Alex Meister shut down Cam Custer. I believe Cam had like 10 in that game, but considering he had 42 just a few days before, essentially shutting down Cam Custer. And here tonight, Cam held scoreless, and it's pretty much been all Carnahan on the defensive end doing the job against Cam Custer. So we'll see if that's a theme here as this one continues. I'd love to tell you how much time is left until we start the second half, but again, the scoreboards just got turned off, or I don't know if they turned off or they're shutting them off on purpose as the kids are doing the cheer clinic and they don't want to be rushed. But nonetheless, no idea how much time left for halftime, but it is 17-16. Chanute in front. We'll send it back to the studio for another 3-minute break here in our Labette Health halftime show. You're listening to Chanute Blue Comet boys basketball right here on Z95.3. back here at Labette County High School. About 3.5 minutes out until we start the second half here, as we will have a little bit of an extended halftime from the kids being out there doing their performance and then wanting to give the teams ample time to get their legs loose, find their shooting form once again, and get ready to start the second half of this one. But again, 17-16, Chanute on top. Chanute had 13 points at the end of the first quarter, but managed just 4 in the second quarter, and only 2 of those coming from the floor. 2 free throws and then 1 shot from the field made by Chanute in the second quarter. Chanute's hit 2 threes here in this one, or excuse me, 1 3. That was from Larson Custer back in the first quarter, and then for Labette County, they've hit 3. 9 of the 16 points coming from behind the arc for Labette County. All 9 of those coming from Eli Heston, the young sharpshooter. I guess not young anymore. I believe he is a senior at this point, so his final season here at Labette County, but he's been a heck of a shooter in his career and looking to finish it off big here for the Grizzlies, as is Cam Custer and Sean Williams here for Chanute, looking to finish off their senior seasons, hoping to get one final home sub-state playoff game, and this one's going to go a long way. Again, as we mentioned in pregame, Labette County at 7-7, Chanute at 6-8, but a win here by Chanute would tie those 2 teams up at the 8 seed with, and then just 5 games left to play throughout the regular season. We mentioned in the girls game, another half here to play in this one, and then Chanute will have 4 more league games. Those will be against Pittsburgh, Coffeyville, Independence, and Parsons. In those games so far this season, Chanute went 1-3. Their lone win coming against Independence, as Chanute dropped games at Coffeyville, at Parsons, and then at home against Pittsburgh, but able to beat Independence. And then, of course, the final game of the regular season will be a non-league matchup. That one will be against the Trojans of Girard. Girard on the guys' side having a very good season. The girls' side, they're doing pretty good as well, as Girard always a tough team in 3A. But we'll get the opportunity to travel over to Girard to take on the Trojans in the final game of the regular season. And I'm sure it will be an important game as far as sub-state seeding goes. Again, if you weren't here for the girls' game, the girls right now looking at that play-in window where they could potentially host a playoff game as one of the bottom 4 seeds, but after that would potentially go on the road to face one of the top 2 seeds. So obviously that would be tough. And then on the other side for the guys, they're currently sitting at the 9 seed. Work to be done, but it's really a big jumbled up mess. Literally from seeds like 4 to 16, any of those teams could finish anywhere in the standings through these final 6 games. Chanute out there on the floor now. Labette County getting the final word from their coaching staff. As again, assistant coaches Brian Tucker and Davey Brown handling the coaching duties tonight for Labette County, as head coach Bradley Argabright facing a 1-game suspension due to putting hands on a player for Independence during an altercation last week. So Chanute will start with the basketball. It'll be Erb inbounding, and he'll toss it into Williams. Sean Williams going to bring it up the floor. He'll be defended by Heston. He'll give off to Seamster. Seamster steps back, going to make Baker extend on the 3-point line. They give off to Erb. Erb going to dribble around the top of the key. Now to Lars. Lars going to hand off to Seamster. Seamster spins on the inside, gets in there. Lots of contact. And the official on the outside saw it. They're going to get Phillips with the grab. And it'll send Caden Seamster to the free throw line, where he will shoot 2. That was the second foul on Phillips. Seamster's free throw spins around the rim a couple times and then falls in. Extends Chanute's lead out to 2. Seamster, of course, will get one more and gets that free throw to go. 19-16, Chanute on top. Carnahan with it. He's doubled, gets it to Baker. Baker just going to drive into the lane, going to have an offensive foul. And an offensive foul. Man, the official under the bucket called an offensive foul, and then the official outside on the floor just called a foul. They come together, figure it out, and they stick with the original call of an offensive charge on Hudson Baker. That's the second foul on Baker. Williams going to drive to the baseline, kicks out to Seamster. He'll fire for three. Caden Seamster drills the three from the right wing, puts Chanute up 6, 22-16, a minute into the third quarter. So Seamster now with 11 in the game. He's got half the points for Chanute. Larson Custer a little too aggressive out on top and pick up his second foul. That'll be the first team foul for Chanute. Labette obviously keeping possession of the ball. They'll get it into Meister. Meister going to give it over to Heston. Heston crossover dribble, floats. Ball batted up in the air. Now Baker with it, and he gives off to Phillips. Phillips nearly loses it. They go back into Baker. Baker hesitates. Gets Seamster off his feet, and Hudson Baker lays it in for two, cutting the lead down to 4. Labette County comes down with the rebound. Carnahan swings it around. They get it inside to Baker. Now out to Heston. Heston fires from 3. Can't get the shot to go as Seamster brings in the rebound, fighting off 2 Grizzlies. Cam Custer gives off to Herb. Herb driving inside, now out to Seamster. Seamster going to give it around top of the key, now to Lars Custer. Carnahan doing a great job shutting Cam Custer out of this game. Herb driving inside, now to Seamster. Thought about the 3, and they're going to say Seamster traveled. That'll be a turnover, possession back to Labette County. Under 6 to play in the third quarter. Heston going to bring it up the floor for the Grizzlies. Meister with it. Tries to split defenders. Now gives it over to Heston. Lobs it inside to Phillips. Ball batted up in the air. Good job by Seamster to get his hands on that pass. And Cam Custer going to bring it down the floor. Gets it off to Lars. Lars over to Seamster. Seamster going to drive baseline, picks up his dribble, puts up the shot, and Herb fouled. Good job. Seamster drove baseline. There was a little bit of contact, but more of a flop than contact. Herb there to clean it up. Couldn't get the shot to go, but Eric Herb going to the free throw line where he will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the free throw line here tonight. First free throw by Herb. Nothing but the net on that one. He'll get one more. As that last foul was charged to Carnahan, his second. Chanute up 5. Herb's second free throw. That one goes as well. Chanute 6 of 6 from the free throw line here tonight. That's good to see after missing some free throws against Parsons last week. Was detrimental to this team. They give to a cutting Eli Heston, and they're going to say no foul. And Heston's first 2 of the night. 20. Chanute still on top. Sean Williams with the ball. Head coach Devin Crabtree a little frustrated with the way his defense has been playing. Seamster with it. He's backing down Baker. Now kicks it out to Herb, who thought about the 3. Now Williams. Williams going to drive. Kicks out to Lars Custer. Lars gives it over to Williams. Williams probably got away with a carry there. Chanute will keep possession. Seamster with it. He'll drive baseline and hangs inside. Lots of contact, no call. Labette going to come up with the basketball. Vinson with it. He drives inside, shot put up, misses everything. Cam Custer comes away with the rebound. Cam looking to go coast to coast. He'll kick it out to Lars. And Lars Custer unable to save it. That'll be a turnover. Possession back to Labette County. Heston quickly going the other way. And Chanute being lazy, getting back on defense. And it's going to send Hudson Baker to the free throw line to shoot two. Foul was charged to Eric Erb, his third. First free throw by Baker, up and in. Makes it 24-21. Second free throw now for Baker. Shot up, misses that one off the front of the iron. And Eric Erb will bring in the rebound. A 3-point lead for Chanute, under 4 to play in the third quarter. Williams with it, gives off to Seamster. Seamster looking for an open shooter, gives off to Williams. Williams looking to split defenders, now kicks out to Erb in the corner. Erb driving inside, gives to Seamster. Seamster driving, splits the defenders, throws up the shot. And they're going to say on the floor. Great finish by Seamster, but shot won't count. Foul's going to be on LaTravion Vincent, his first. It's the team's fourth. As inbound goes to Erb, now to Williams in the corner. Sean Williams Jr. with it. Now he gives off to Seamster. Seamster up top to Erb. Erb going to drive inside, now to Williams. Williams going to fire up the three, misses that one. Custer there for the rebound. Cam Custer, great job on the offensive rebound as Cam Custer enters the scoring column for the first time tonight. 26-21. Chanute on top, 3:06 to play. Meister with it, gets out to Heston, now back to Meister. He'll fire a deep three, and Alex Meister drills the three. The first three of the game for Labette County by anybody other than Eli Heston. 2-point game here in Altamont. Williams with it, drives, gives off to Seamster. Seamster fakes the three, now gives back to Williams. Williams hesitates and ball swatted out of bounds by Hudson Baker. Got a substitution here for Labette County. The aggressive swat was nice, but got to remember, possession stays with Chanute. Inbound goes to Custer. Custer going to drive to the bucket. Swatted down this time by Phillips. Rebound battled for. And Seamster got away with a clear shove and going to get a push. Labette crowd might be upset. They have a right to be, as Caden Seamster a little slow getting up off the floor, as he is yet to get up. Seamster refusing to put any weight on his right leg. Got an official's timeout. And Seamster comes over here behind the bench. So Parker Henson going to check into the game. So remember this, point of the game. 2:27 left in the third. Caden Seamster leaving with an injury. Chanute keeping possession. We'll see if Seamster can come back. Cam Custer with it now, gives off to Erb. Erb over to Williams, now to Larson Custer on the right wing. Larson gets down on the baseline, picks up his dribble, has to pass out of it. They go inside to Henson, pass a little high. That'll be a turnover, possession to Labette County. Labette with an opportunity to tie or take the lead here with this possession. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Rocket pass inside, and it's stolen away by Lars Custer. Great job by Lars anticipating that pass. Cam Custer with it up top on the logo. He'll give off to Erb. Herb on the far wing, up top to Cam. Cam wide open for three. Cam Custer from the top drills the three, makes it 29-24. 1:25 to play. Labette County just unable to come over that top and take the lead, as they've gotten it within one possession multiple times. Just can't take the lead as they get that shot to fall. 26-29. Chanute still on top. Herb with it. Drives inside, going to hang. Leaves the two-point shot short. Not a shot that Chanute wanted to see. Great pick there by Parker Henson. Chanute going to keep possession now. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Chanute up by 3. Williams with it. Gives off to Cam Custer. He'll drive, give out to Henson. Fakes the 3. Now he'll kick out to Williams. Williams back to Henson. Henson picks up his dribble. Gives to Herb. Herb floating and too hard off the back of the iron. Tough break there for Eric Herb. Labette going the other way. Heston, a chance to tie it up, and he does. Eli Heston drains it from the corner. 29-29. Chanute coming the other way. Sean Williams all the way, swatted down. And possession going to stay with Chanute. The student section here at Labette County High School loving it. As inbound, looking for Cam Custer. We're going to get a tie-up here as Cam and Chase Carnahan lock up. Possession arrow favors Labette County. And Labette likely to hold for the last shot here with 9 seconds to play in the quarter. It'll be Eaton with the ball. He'll split defenders. And they're going to get a foul on Chanute, where it looked like Cam Custer did a good job getting his hand on the ball. And Eaton tripped over his own feet. Nonetheless, they're going to say that one was on Lars. So that's the third on Larson Custer. 4.9 seconds to play. Phillips with it. He hangs from 2, puts up the shot. It won't go. And after 3, this game's tied at 29 apiece. We head to the fourth quarter, which should be fun. We'll send it to the studio for 1 minute. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Inside, Cam gets the offensive rebound, put back won't go, but Cam fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Great effort there by Cam Custer. Foul charge to number 12. That's Alex Meister, his second. 6th team foul for Labette County, so it'll be free throws the rest of the way for Chanute. That free throw rattles halfway down and then comes out. That's the first miss by Chanute from the free throw line. Caden Seamster back on the bench for Chanute. We'll see how long he stays there. And as I say that, Caden Seamster going to come to the table. He's ready to check back in. 1 point lead for Chanute. They get it inside to Meister as he misses the shot. It looked like he clearly pushed to get that rebound. Ball batted up in the air, now saved by Herb. And great job by Sean Williams dribbling out of the trouble. Herb nearly had it stolen away. Picks up his dribble, needs help, now gives to Lars. Lars Custer going to reset. 6:50 to play here in the fourth quarter. Lars drives to the bucket, and we're going to have a push. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Larson Custer. See who the foul's charged to. That's Meister once again. So Meister quickly picking up fouls 2 and 3. And again, Larson Custer, who's 2 of 2 from the line so far tonight, he'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. first free throw up, and that one rattles out. After starting 6 of 6 from the free throw line here tonight, Chanute, one of their last 3. Labette trailing by 1, 30-29. 6.5 to play now in the fourth quarter. Carnahan with it on the right wing. He gives over to Phillips. Phillips over to Heston. Now into the corner, back to Carnahan. They'll give back to Heston. And Heston looking for something to open up. Gives to Phillips, now to Meister. Meister thought about the deep 3. Would have been a bad shot. Swinging around. It ends up into the hands of Heston. He misses the shot. Baker gets the rebound. And there for the easy lay-in, that's number 3, Xavier Phillips. And puts Labette County on top, 31-30. Williams with it. Now they give it to Erb in the corner. Erb trying to dribble out of it. Being guarded by Phillips. Picks up his dribble. Now gives off to Cam. We got a timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep things here to remind you that Commercial Bank focuses on bringing you products and services that simplify your day-to-day life, serving Southeast Kansas since 1874. Stop by the Chanute branch at 1315 South Santa Fe in Chanute. 31-30, Labette County on top, 5:38 to play here in this one in regulation, as I dare say it. This team went to 2 overtimes last Tuesday against Parsons, and then Parsons came into this building Saturday afternoon and knocked off the Grizzlies in what was a wild game. But here tonight, Chanute looking to pull off the road win against these Grizzlies. They've led most of the game, but now here in the fourth quarter, Labette holding on to the slim 1-point lead. So Seamster back out there as it's Lars Custer taking a seat for now. Chanute will inbound under their own baseline. Inbound goes to Cam. Cam going to hand back to Sean. Sean Williams, top of the key, gives off to Cam Custer. Cam thought he got away with a double dribble momentarily, just a little bit of a late whistle, but the correct call as Cam Custer put that second hand on the basketball. Tough break there for Chanute. Well, Heston going to bring it up the floor for Labette County. They swing it into the corner. 3-point shot put up by Phillips. And Phillips drains it for Labette County. Labette County up 4. Williams with it now. Chanute's got to get some points as it has been a defensive struggle through this one. Again, 5 minutes to play now in the fourth quarter. Chanute just on 30 points for the ball game. Erb driving inside, now kicks off to Henson. Now to Seamster. Seamster going to fire the 3 from the corner. That one rattles out. Possession goes back to Labette County. Grizzlies with a 4-point lead. They give to Carnahan. Now to Vincent. Vincent driving and drives inside. Lots of contact. No call. Vincent back inside with it. Phillips going to try another 3, and he drains 2 in a row. Puts Labette County up 7, 37-30. Williams bringing the ball down the floor for Chanute. Chanute, biggest deficit they've faced all night, a 7-point deficit as Labette leads 37-30. Henson with it up top. Now to Cam. Cam going to pull up for the long 2. Gets that one to go. And a timeout on the floor. It'll be a full 60-second timeout. We'll take the 60 seconds with them. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, 37-32, Grizzlies leading Chanute in a game that Chanute dominated for the first 3 quarters and about a minute into the fourth. But since then, the Grizzlies have taken over, and it's really been all Xavier Phillips as he scored 7 in a row, including 2 3-pointers. 8 in a row, including 2 3-pointers. Vinson with it for the Grizzlies. Under 4 to play now. It's Heston. He gets inside to Baker. Just goes through the hands of Baker. Might be the break Chanute needed to try to cut this down to a 1-possession game. Cam Custer going to force his way into running this offense as the ball stolen away, but right back into the hands of Cam. Williams with it. Back over to Cam Custer. Fakes the 3. And now looking for help. Crossover dribble. Got to do something with it. Cam gets inside. Picks up his dribble. Gives out to Henson. Now to Seamster. Back to Henson. No go to Williams. Williams driving on the inside. Ball nearly stolen away. And got a timeout by Chanute. As Labette wanted the travel call, but great job by head coach Devin Crabtree utilizing that timeout. It'll be 60 seconds. We'll take it with them. Comets trail by 5. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Back here, Labette County High School, 3:12 to play in regulation. Chanute trailing by 5, but do have possession of the basketball. Erb gets it in to Cam Custer. Cam guarded by Carnahan, gets over to Henson. Back to Cam, fakes the 3, now to Seamster. Seamster calling for Henson to come to him. Now Henson puts the ball on the floor. He'll give to Cam. Cam steps back, drives inside, picks up his dribble, now gives to Williams. Williams goes to the hole, out to Seamster, now to Erb. Erb going to drive inside, kicks to Cam. Cam fires the 3, leaves it short. Offensive rebound by Parker Henson, now out to Seamster. Seamster wide open for 3 and can't get the shot to go. 2:40 to play. Labette County now with the basketball. Carnahan with it, going to have to cross the timeline. He does, and gives to Vinson. Going to have a timeout by Labette County. It'll be 30 seconds, and we'll take it with them. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z95.3. Hey, it worked out because there was a timeout anyway. Send it back, first break. Quick timeout. Back to action here at Labette County High School. 2:15 to play. Labette County with the possession of the basketball. Heston with it, gets it inside to Baker, now out to Carnahan. Labette holding on to that 5-point lead. Carnahan with it, gets it inside to Vinson. Wraparound pass to Meister. It's missed. Follow-up shot won't go, but he's fouled, and Alex Meister going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Fouls charged to Larson Custer. That's the 4th on Lars. Meister at the line. First free throw rattles in. Meister will get one more. Labette County up 6, under 2 to play. Second free throw up. That one misses. Rebound goes to Cam. And Chanute down 2 possessions. It's a 6-point lead for Labette County. Cam dribbles inside. Lots of contact, and they're going to get a foul on Baker. And that'll send Cam Custer to the free throw line. He will shoot 2. It's the 3rd foul on Baker. First free throw for Cam. That one goes in. Cam going to get one more from the line now. Second free throw rattles out. So Cam splits the pair back to a 5-point game. 38-35, 1:43 to play. And they're going to get Erb with the foul. However, that'll be just the 5th team foul for Chanute. However, that is the 4th on Erb. So Erb and Lars Custer both with 4 fouls. Heston with it, being guarded by Erb. Erb can't play too tight a defense. They pass it inside to Baker. Baker lays it in for 2. And that was way too easy for the Grizzlies as they go up 7, minute 25 to play. Seamster with it. Now Cam will swing it into the corner now to Williams and Erb. Back up top to Lars. Lars driving, spins on the inside, hands to Cam. Cam picks up his dribble. Now to the corner to Erb. Somebody's got to shoot. Lars Custer up top. He'll fire the 3, and that one won't go. Rebound goes to Carnahan. And Labette County has just dominated this 4th quarter. Carnahan with it, goes into the hands of Custer. Custer looking for help as it's nearly stolen away. And bounce pass over to Erb. Cam with it on the far wing. He'll look to drive baseline. Gets too far under the bucket. Gives to Seamster now Williams. 40 seconds to play. Chanute down 7. Somebody's got to shoot the ball. Driving baseline, Cam Custer somehow gets a shot up. It doesn't go, but he's fouled. Cam will go to the line with the clock stopped at 32 seconds. He'll shoot 2. Foul was charged to Carnahan, his 3rd. First free throw by Cam rattles out. Man, extremely uncharacteristic for Cam Custer. The game against Parsons and now here tonight. We just aren't used to seeing this from Cam Custer. Second free throw up, and that one rattles out as well. And Eric Erb will foul Heston, and that'll be it for Erb here tonight. Henson going to check in, but Eric Erb going to foul out. And it was just the 6th team foul, so no free throws quite yet. Carnahan to inbound. He'll get it in to to Heston. As Cam Custer trying to extend this game as long as possible, but I feel like if Heston makes these free throws, it could be all but over. Heston's first free throw. Up, and that one rattles in. Heston with now 15 in the game. Second free throw for Heston. Shots up, and that one goes in as well. As Latravion Vincent going to check in. Got a timeout by Labette County. Might as well take it with them. We'll take 60 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z 95.3. Back here, Labette County High School, 25.7 seconds to play. Chanute trailing by 9. Going to need practically a miracle and going to need it fast. Sean Williams going to bring it up the floor. Being guarded by Vincent. He'll go all the way to the bucket, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. But that'll send Sean Williams to the line. Foul was charged to Griffin Eaton, his second. But Williams will get 2 from the free throw line. First shot up by Williams. That one falls. Williams will get 1 more. A 42-34, 16.8 to play. Second free throw for Williams, up and in. 42-35, good football score here. As Chanute going to call off the Dogs and let the clock run out here in this one. As Heston will dribble it out, gives to Meister. And that's how this one will end. Final score, 42-35. Chanute outscored 13-6 in the fourth quarter, and falling to 6-9 overall. We'll send it back to the studio for 3 minutes, and when we come back, we'll have your post-game show and an opportunity to talk with head coach Devin Crabtree. You're listening to Chanute Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z 95.3. Back here at Labette County High School, Chanute Blue Comet boys falling by a final score of 42-35. Tough loss here tonight for the Blue Comets, a game in which they led by 6 or 7 most of the first quarter. Labette came charging back there right at the end of the second quarter, getting it within 1. It was tied up after 3. But in the fourth quarter, Labette County outscoring Chanute 13-6. Ended up coming away with a 7-point victory here at home for Labette County as they have swept Chanute in the regular season this year. Chanute falling to 6-9, Labette improving to 8-7, and I know there's still 5 games to go, and a lot of it depends on what Chanute does, what Labette does, and what a whole bunch of other schools do. For some reason, I just have this weird feeling Chanute might be making a road trip down here to Altamont in that first weekend of March for Sub-State. It just feels like these two teams have another game in their repertoire, or however you want to word that. It just feels like these two are meant to play once again. We'll see if it happens, though, as there will be 5 more exciting games to go here in the regular season. Obviously, four league games, and then the final game against Girard, as hopefully Coach can make his way up here shortly, as we'll talk to him. But again, Chanute falling tonight. Final score 42-35. Looking at the leading scorers, we'll actually start with Chanute. I was able to keep their scores here tonight. And Eli Heston led the way. He had 16. Xavier Phillips finishing with 10. He was kind of responsible there for this run that the run that Labette County made to take over the lead, first tie it up and then take over the lead. And then also Alex Meister with 7, Hudson Baker with 7, and Griffin Eaton adding in 2. And then for Chanute leading the way, Caden Seamster, he had 11. Cam Custer with 9, all 9 of those coming in the second half. Eric Erb adding in 6, Larson Custer with 5, and then Sean Williams adding in 4 here tonight. But again, all of that just not quite enough here, as Chanute was unable to come away with the victory here, as again just outplayed in the fourth quarter of this one. As it was a tough fourth quarter. I don't know what it was. I'll ask Coach what his opinion was and what the reasonings were, but a tough second half and especially tough fourth quarter here for Chanute in this one. So Coach heading up here and make sure his headset's working. Coach, can you hear me first off?
Yep, a little bit.
Turn that up a little bit for you. All right, Coach. First off, tough loss tonight. Labette coming in off of an emotional week, games against Independence and, of course, their rival Parsons. Early on, it seemed like things were going your way, especially defensively, as they're early in the first quarter. Outside of Eli Heston, Labette County really couldn't get anything going, but as the game went on, it just felt like they were getting more and more momentum, and then there in the fourth quarter, it felt like Labette really took control of this game.
Yeah, I thought we did some good things defensively. Let shooters get going. You know, that was kind of the difference in the game. They hit shots, got some good looks, and I thought we got some good looks, just didn't knock them down.
Yeah, that seemed like the swing in the game there early in the fourth quarter. Xavier Phillips, number 3 for Labette County, got hot from that far corner over there, hit back-to-back threes, and that was a guy who really doesn't shoot a lot. He's not a guy you see do that a lot, but then a big momentum swing right there as they got those 2 shots to go. Was it just, like you said, just not able to close out on their shooters? What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to watch film to say for sure, but honestly, I mean, we're keyed in on 2 guys, 12, Heston, and then the number 12. And so we talked about that. We want to make some of these other guys beat us, and 3 was able to hit some shots and do that. So, you know, kudos to him, knocking them down.
And, hey, I'm with you on that one. I'm one of those that says, you know, these are their best players. Make somebody else beat you.
Yeah.
Tonight it just didn't work out.
Right.
Somebody else got you. And, yeah, so I'm a big believer in that as well. Coach, I've talked to you over the past 2 years now, and I know you're not one to look ahead past Pittsburgh at this point. You're all focused on Pittsburgh. Fortunately for me, I'm able to do that. I've looked big picture. You're sitting at 6-9 overall. Coming into this game, bracket wide, you were sitting at the 9 seed. Labette actually would have been the 8 seed. So if the season would have ended before this game started, you would have been here to start the month of March to play Sub-State.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going to happen over the next 5 games. You've got a tough league slate coming up, then a tough one against Girard to finish the season. It just feels like these two teams deserve to play each other at the beginning of the March one more time because both games have just ended weird.
Yeah.
It was the first one. Some emotions got through. Coach Argabright was getting his crowd pumped up.
Mm-hmm.
Heston was getting him and Seamster were kind of getting emotional. And then here, this one, the game just shifted as the fourth quarter started. So on a personal stage, yeah, maybe I'm rooting a little bit to see these two teams go at it again one more time. But before that, obviously, 5 more games in the regular season. You got Pittsburgh on Friday night. They came down to Chanute earlier in January and kind of put it to you guys. That was the first game out of break.
Yep.
But you were a little shorthanded. Caden wasn't playing in that game.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do differently in Pittsburgh to try to get a win this time?
Well, they're the best team in our league. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have to slow down the English kid. They're the best that we can. I don't know that anybody's been able to do it, but that'll be our goal. And I think if we can do that, we'll give ourselves a chance. If not, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to come out ready to play and ready to battle and keep trying to get stops.
All right, Coach. Well, again, tough loss here tonight, but best of luck this week in the gym. Get the team ready for Friday night as we're on the road once again over at Pittsburgh.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach. Again, Chanute falling tonight 42-35, excuse me. And as always, we appreciate Coach Crabtree coming up and taking a few moments to talk with us after the game. I know he was frustrated, but even he said it. You know, the goal here tonight was to slow down Eli Heston and Alex Meister. For the most part, Meister with 7, Heston with 16. You hold those two to 23 points. I think you take that most of the time. The big difference was the 10 points from Xavier Phillips, who Chanute's key was to make somebody else beat you. Xavier Phillips came in and scored 10, and somebody else beat Chanute here tonight on this floor. So with that, we'll wrap things up here tonight. As a reminder, we'll have all the action on 95.3 from Pittsburgh Friday night. Again, that'll be girls tipping off at 6 o'clock, boys tipping off around 7:30. And again, girls looking to knock off Pittsburgh as kind of a revenge game there, as it felt like Chanute probably should have won that game the first time, but they'll have an opportunity to go to Pittsburgh and knock off the Purple Dragons. On the guys' side, as Coach mentioned, Pittsburgh's best team in the league. They're undefeated, so somebody's going to have to knock them off. Chanute's going to see if they can be the team to do it. But again, that'll do it here from Chanute. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. Without you guys, these games would not be possible. Big shout out to Subway of Chanute for getting us fed and sponsoring our broadcast table here tonight. And also big thanks to Mark back in the studio for making me sound good. Trust me, it's not just me. Mark does most of the work pushing the buttons back in the studio. Reminder one more time, Pittsburgh Friday night, 6 o'clock girls, 7:30 guys. We'll wrap it up here. You've been listening to Chanute Blue Comet Basketball right here on Z 95.3.